So then guys, in 2026, we could be getting 4 new iPhones coming out. Today I want to go over all the details about every single iPhone we could be seeing this year. And let's get started with the first iPhone. To be honest, this is an imminent release, and that is the successor to the iPhone 16e, and this is going to be the iPhone 17e. Now, with the iPhone 17e, what we've been told is only going to be kind of minor updates to it. The biggest change that is going to happen is obviously the chip inside. So right now we do have in the iPhone 16e the likes of the A18 normal chip. This is with a 6-core CPU, and it also has a 4-core GPU. But what we're going to get is we're going to get the normal A19 chip, very similar to the one we've got in the iPhone 17 regular, except for we're just going to be missing one of those GPU cores again. So what will happen is, again, we'll have the 6-core CPU. So this is going to be made up of 4 efficiency cores, 2 performance cores, but the GPU, again, will be a 4-core GPU. But something else that will go alongside this is that we're going to get another change on the iPhone 17e, and that's going to be on the front of it. We've been hearing leaks and rumors that Apple can actually change that notch design we got in the 16e to the dynamic island being added onto this model. That is also one of the other big changes we are going to see. The other thing that we could also see with this phone is also the likes of the new N1 chip being added to it. Remember, we didn't have the N1 chip inside the iPhone 16e, that came later on, but more than likely we're going to actually still have the same C1 chip. We're probably not going to get a C2 or C1X added into the iPhone 17e, so just be aware of that. But overall, for design wise, it's still going to be based on that iPhone 14 design that we had before. 6.1-inch display, and also of course it's not going to be a Pro Motion display. It's going to be an OLED display at 60 Hz. So if you were expecting Pro Motion, I'm afraid that is not going to be happening here. Now, the launch price for this new iPhone is targeted at still going to be $599 US. However, as I always say, give it a few months, probably be able to get it at Best Buy, you'll be able to get it on Amazon, probably for $499. Just give it a few more months with that, because that's what happened with the iPhone 16e. So yeah, just be aware, that is the only kind of sort of changes we're expecting to see with the iPhone 17e, but that is imminent to launch, probably in March time 2026. However, the next phone that's going to be released is going to be the iPhone 18 Pro. And you heard me right there, iPhone 18 Pro and the iPhone 18 Pro Max, not the regular iPhone 18. We're having a bit of a change this year, that we're not going to get the regular 18 coming alongside the Pro models. But that new iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max is on target to actually come out in September time, like it normally traditionally does. Some of the big changes that we've been hearing about the iPhone 18 and 18 Pro Max, that we're going to get some new colors added, like this red kind of burgundy kind of sort of color here. We're also going to get a purple as well, and there's also going to be this other kind of new color too, kind of a bit of a beige kind of color. It's also going to be added into the mix. The other thing that we've also been hearing about is that dynamic island is going to get a little bit smaller this time round, mainly because one of the sensors in Face ID is going to be under screen this time. And then also we've been hearing we're going to get the likes of a new A20 Pro chip added, but we're going to get the new C2 chip added. And one of the big changes with the C2 chip is that it's also going to come along with 5G satellite connectivity. So this means if wherever you are in the world, you'll be able to connect to the internet. It's going to be fantastic as long as there's a satellite in view, as it were. So this is going to be great that you won't have to completely rely on cellular masts. How this is all going to work, subscriptions or whatever, is unknown at this stage, but this is a key feature that is coming to the iPhone 18, 18 Pro Max. We're of course expecting going to get better battery efficiencies, maybe a slightly larger battery, but then the other thing that we've also been hearing about is that the rear camera is also going to get a main big upgrade. We're talking the main sensor, the wide one. This is going to get a new variable aperture added onto this. The kind of aperture that we're going to get is something like we get right now with, say, mirrorless cameras with a lens or a DSLR, where you might have seen it where people, they actually twist the lens and you can see like a black shutter coming in and out. And what Apple are planning to do is add this to their sensor of their main camera lens. Why this is a big benefit, it does mean that you'll be able to put things more in focus that are in view. So say if you have a lovely scenery background and you want to sort of blur out the background, have people at the front in more more in focus. It can do this more naturally instead of digitally. The other big advantage it also has is letting in the amount of light into the sensor. So this now will be controlled by this aperture. So if it's too bright, it will sort of shut down a little bit, lets in less light. But if you're out in the dark, for example, it will do the opposite and it will let more light in. So this is going to be another big upgrade to the iPhone 18 Pro and the iPhone 18 Pro Max. But like I said, that is on target for September time for its release. But just quickly, guys, I want to tell you about the channel giveaway we have for this right here. That's right, I'm doing an international giveaway for a Mac Mini with an M4 Pro inside there. And the great thing is, anyone around the world can enter into this giveaway, and it's really easy to potentially get your hands on this. All you have to do is, first of all, is make sure that you are a subscriber to this channel. Now, the main reason why I say that is because I'm going to be giving away this Mac Mini M4 Pro when we get to 800,000 subscribers. So you want to do that because the sooner we get to 800,000 subscribers, the sooner I can give this away. The other thing to do is share this video with your family and friends right now. Press that share button, share it with them, get them to enter into. So yeah, this will be fantastic. Now, the second thing that you guys need to do is make sure that you put down in the comments below too of what technology gear you're hoping to get in 2026. It could be anything out there. It could be, say, a new MacBook Pro, a new iPhone. It doesn't have to be, Apple related. It could be Nintendo Switch 2, PS5. It could be a new dishwasher. It could be anything technical, like I said. So put it down into the comments below right now. Now, the other thing what you guys want to do is make sure that, like I said, that you've subscribed and hit that notification bell, because when we get to 800,000 subscribers, just after that time, I'll be making a video on this channel giving you even more details about the giveaway, including a form to fill in, and most importantly, when I'm going to do the live stream to give away this Mac Mini M4 Pro. So you don't want to miss out on that. So again, make sure that you definitely subscribe, hit that notification bell, and also, like I say again, share this video with your family and friends and get them to do exactly the same. The last thing I just want to quickly say to you guys is, sadly, there are still lots of scammers and spammers out there. People still impersonating me, telling you to WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, direct message. Please do ignore these people, best to see right here. Please do report them. So, moving on from this, there's two more iPhones that are also on target to come out in 2026. And one of them is a brand new type of iPhone, and this is going to be an iPhone Fold. So that's right, Apple are finally stepping into the foldable market, and one of the big reasons why they're entering right now is that it's believed from leaks and rumors that we've been hearing that they've managed to make a completely creaseless foldable display, so you wouldn't be able to see a crease whatsoever inside the display when you open up or close it, and then also you wouldn't feel like a sort of a bump as well when you're feeling that. So this is really, really cool. This is why they're like 10 years late to the party with like foldables. They've been waiting for that right moment. The other thing that makes this new foldable iPhone unique is actually its sizing. We've been hearing the outside screen is going to be a 5.5-inch display. It was quite small compared to, say, an iPhone 16 Pro or an iPhone, say, 17 Pro. That's at 6.1 inch. This is 5.5-inch display, so it's going to be quite small. But on the inside, we're expecting to get around about a 7.9-inch display. So again, do remember, like an iPhone 17 Pro Max right now, well, that obviously comes in at 6.9 inches. We're talking around about an inch bigger on the inside, but obviously it is a different kind of view what you're going to be seeing. And the main thing is, like I said, with those smaller displays, it's going to be kind of like a wallet kind of design that we're going to get with this new iPhone Fold. We've also been hearing we're not going to get loads of cameras added onto the back to make it completely pro. It'll probably just have 2 cameras on the rear. This will be a wide and ultra wide, but we've also heard that Touch ID is also returning to the iPhone Fold because of the nature of how this phone works. It might not even feature Face ID, so this is going to be a different approach for this. We've also been hearing that Apple are looking to work with the battery to be inside of this foldable to be incredible, so somewhere between 5,500 to 5,800 milliamp battery size. So battery life is going to be brilliant on this device, especially if you didn't open it up that much. So this is going to be incredible to actually have this phone. So yeah, really excited to see what this new iPhone Fold is going to look like, but that is on target for September time. But what I will say with it, do expect a bit of a hefty price tag. It's looking likely we are targeting towards near the $2,000 kind of category for this foldable phone with the baseline configuration. So yeah, just be aware of that. But everything else what I mentioned with the iPhone 18 Pro and the iPhone 18 Pro performance with satellite connectivity, and also the likes of the A20 chip, also newer chips for like the N2 network chip, also a C2 chip for communication. That will also be put into this foldable iPhone. But then the last phone that we could possibly see in 2026, and this one is a possible because it's a 50-50 what leaks and rumors have been saying, and that is we could be seeing a new iPhone Air 2. Now this second generation iPhone, it looks like it's going to correct some of the mistakes with the last generation one we have right now. Now the iPhone Air is amazing in its design, but one thing that kind of criticized this phone is obviously the abilities what you get with, say, a regular iPhone 17 for less money. You are getting, you know, quite a bit more extra. For example, you've got an extra camera lens with it. You're also getting better battery life with this too, just being a bit more thicker, and yet it's a lower price. What we're hoping to see with Apple with this new iPhone Air 2 is that we're actually going to get two cameras on the rear of it this time. So one would be an ultra wide, one would be a wide, just like the iPhone 17 regular, and also we'll be hearing that battery life will be improved once more again, and it probably won't be as good, say, as a regular iPhone 18, but what we would say is it's probably going to be on par more likely with the regular iPhone 17 this time round. And at the end of the day, the regular iPhone 17 does give us quite good battery life, and remember that's a 6.3-inch display, and then obviously this is going to be a 6.5-inch display. To get kind of a similar battery life to that phone and yet being super thin, this is going to be really good. Another rumor we're hearing about is that Apple might drop out the likes of the A20 Pro inside of it and just favor a standard A20, and then also with that change, Apple could be reducing the price by $100 down to $899 for it, to put it more in line with the likes of, say, an iPhone 17, which, you know, $799, $100 more, but you're getting that thinner phone, but yet getting very similar kind of battery life. But like I said, this one is 50-50. We're hearing it's either going to come out in 2026 September time, or the other scenario is it will be coming out in March 2027. But really, guys, those are the 4 new iPhones that we're potentially going to be seeing in 2026. Are you excited for any of them? Are you going to get any of them? Well, let me know in the comments below. And on that note as well, guys, it's time to wrap up the video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. As always, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.